When you sit down to write, where are you? In many ways, the most important planning you do as a writer takes place before you even sit down to write. Ideally, you can arrange blocks of time in an environment with as few distractions as possible. You have a room of your own. Your phone is off or silenced. You have eaten recently. You have had a good night's sleep. You are relaxed and focused. If you can arrange such a setting, you have already overcome many of the most significant obstacles to good writing. Your pre-planning process has also equipped you with an outline that will provide you with specific instructions about how to use your hard-won writing time. If you know how you want to begin, then write your first sentence and keep going until you run out of steam. When you run out of steam, consult your outline, which will tell you what the next big point is that your essay is leading up to. Figure out a way to talk yourself from wherever you were when you ran out of steam to wherever your outline says you need to go. If other thoughts occur to you as you write that are not in your outline, write them down on a separate piece of paper and see if there is a place where they naturally fit into the outline you are working from. Write one paragraph at a time. Start off each paragraph with a topic sentence that introduces the topic of the paragraph, then develop that idea, starting with the most obvious and general things you have to say about the topic and working toward less obvious and more specific points. For each paragraph, identify at least one quote or piece of information from your research and build sentences around that element. Whenever you refer to a source, think of the reference as at least 3 sentences. The first sentence should introduce the source, the second sentence should say what the source says, and the third sentence should say something about why that piece of information is important in the context of your article. Shang and Thompson have been studying giraffe populations in eastern Africa since 2012. According to their research, the range of their habitat has been reduced by 30% during that time, 2019. If this alarming trend continues, it will threaten the ability of these graceful creatures to exist in the wild. These 3 sentences exhibit the 3 parts of a citation sandwich. But it is also important to bear in mind that the bottom part of this sandwich, the part that elucidates the significance of information from your research sources, can go on for much longer than a single sentence, and can even fill up an entire paragraph with thoughtful commentary and relevant content. For this reason, it can be useful to write around your sources as you draft a research paper, using references to your sources as tent poles that support and connect your commentary. End each paragraph with a clear statement that sums up what you want your reader to take away from the paragraph. This will signify to both yourself and your reader that a paragraph has ended with purpose and finality. Likewise, conclude your essay with a short concluding paragraph that reflects on the overall significance of the information you have presented. Do not reiterate sentences from your introduction word for word, but use the conclusion to reflect honestly on why your research matters and what you hope people think about after they hear what you have to say. As you engage in the drafting process, it is useful to bear in mind that there is no right or wrong way to put your ideas together. Some people find this to be an annoying or anxiety-provoking circumstance, but it should really empower you, since it means that you can invent whatever strategies and approaches make sense to you, and that you are the ultimate arbiter of whether or not it is right. If you are making an honest effort to communicate your ideas clearly, you are sure to produce a draft that, with a little wordsmithing and finessing, will make the basis for a publishable article.